Hi friends, welcome to our channel Easy Learning Lab. In my new topic, that is a data warehousing, we will find the basic regarding data warehousing. What are data warehousing and the related topic related to data warehousing. So friends, subscribe my channel and press bell icon for a new notifications. If you have any comments or any doubts, you can mail me on my mail ID also. Also, notes are available in the description box. You can go in a description box and you can download my notes. So friends, let's start. So basically, first question is what is data warehousing? So we will go first with the data warehousing. Broadly, data warehousing is basically have four features in it. First one is it will be subject oriented. Second, integrated. Third one is a time variance, and fourth one is a non-volatile. So friend, these are the features of data warehousing. To have a data warehousing, we should have these features into it. So we will go one by one in these features. First one is subject oriented. What is this subject oriented? A data warehouse is subject oriented because it provides information around a subject rather than an organization. This data warehouse is related to one subject, like for a sales, complete sales of the organizations. So this is related to one subject. Then next one is integrated. A data warehouse is constructed by integrating data from heterogeneous sources such as relational database, flat file system, or other file systems also. So in data warehousing, we get all the data from the organization from different sources. Some are relational, some are flat files, some are XML files. So we all get data from different sources and it is be combined into a one source which is known as a data warehouse. Third one is a time variance. Basically, it contains a historical data. Basically, what is historical data? Like it should contain about 10 years data, 12 years data. It should contain that historical data. So data collected in a data warehouse is identified with a particular time period. A data in the data warehouse provides information for the historical point of view. Like if we want to generate a report on basis of a year, so we can do using this data warehouse as a data. We can generate reports, we do some analysis, we do some historical reporting, we do some trending analysis. So these are all be done using a data warehouse systems because it is a golden source. What is golden source? It is a purely source of data for the organization. Non-volatile means previous data is not erased, like it contains a historical data. Previous data will always contain in that data warehouse. So these are the four features of data warehouse. If anybody asks you about what is data warehouse, you can tell these four features. Basically nowadays as we are entering into big data world, nowadays the data warehouse is being replaced by a data lake. I will come with this topic in my next videos. In my upcoming videos, I will describe this data lake also. But this is a traditional way of doing a data warehousing. So next very important topic, which are generally asked in interview questions, is what is the difference between OLAP and OLTP systems. So OLAP stand for Online Analytical Processing. Basically, this is basically our data warehouse. And OLTP is Online Transactional Processing, which contain current data. It does not contain historical data like past 12 years data or 30. OLTP does not contain this data. So we will find the difference between these two systems. So let's start with the differences. What is OLAP and OLTP? So I have already told you OLAP is basically our data warehouse system. OLAP is which is our currently organized. Like in a bank, daily transactions happens. So they just provide this data into a OLTP system, which is basically a faster systems for interacting. While OLAP is basically used for analysis. Like if you do transaction currently, it will go to a OLTP system. Then from this OLTP system, this data is moved to a OLAP system. Like after 2 months or after 1 year, this data will be moved to a OLAP systems where this historical data is present. So if you want to generate report of a past years, so might be it will redirect to a old OLAP system like a data warehousing, and it will get the result. While if you want need a today transactions, it will go to a OLTP systems, which is a current system. So basically, what's the difference between them? We need to identify. So I have pointed out few differences. There are 5 differences. Broadly, there are 5 differences. So I will go one by one. Like OLAP, it is used for data analysis and reporting. So OLAP, which is data warehousing, is used for data analysis, while OLTP, it is used to manage very large number of online short transactions. Okay. Second one is it use data warehouse, it use traditional DBMS. Third one is it mainly used for a data reading. In OLAP we have lots of data reading, while in OLTP we have insert, update and delete. In general, OLAP is best for reading. For writing, we will go for a OLTP. If there are more writes, we will go for a OLTP. If there are less writes and more reads, we will go for a OLAP, because it contains historical data. Historical data, historical data never changes. It will always be the same as it will always be the constant, non-volatile. It has never been updated. It will never be updated. Okay. OLTP response time is slow, and in OLAP response time is fast. Like I just give you an example, like in your banking site, if you log in into your account, it will give you. So you need that response time very fast. In milliseconds, you will get the response. So they will give this by OLTP system, using this OLTP systems, not by OLAP systems. Data is not normalized. So I will come with this normalization and denormalization in my upcoming videos. But generally, there is a concept of normalization data. Like to make a data proper, we use this normalization techniques. So in this technique, basically, like I just give you an example. Like if there is your personal data into it, so your name is there in one table, name, your address should be might be a multiple addresses, might be office address, home address. So they will be done by putting one more table, and they will get this information, putting your ID 1 as a primary key, and ID for ID 1 you have a 2 addresses. One is office address, one is a home address. So they will maintain other table. So this is basically a normalization process, like making one table which is dependent on some other table, like a foreign child foreign key relationship, parent child relationship. So this is done by normalization. And in OLTP, basically OLAP data is not normalized, and OLTP data is normalized, because you need a fast response. So we can use indexes there in OLAP we can also use the indexes, but generally they're being used for different purposes. In OLAP you have a foreign child relationships also, in OLAP also and OLTP also, but OLAP is faster responding, OLAP is slower responding. Not very slow, but as compared to OLAP it is slow. So these are broadly two very basic concept of data warehousing, that is what is data warehousing and what is different between OLAP and OLTP. So generally in all the interviews, like if you are database person, this is a common question asked in any interview, because we should know this, like in which system we are working. Either we are working in OLAP or we are working in OLTP. So it's very important. So in my coming video, we will discuss more things about data warehousing. I will cover more videos, more topics. I will give you the examples also. So this is just a beginning of our data warehousing concepts. So thank you friends for watching my video. If you have any suggestion or any comments, you can you can you can mail me. Thank you friends for watching my video. Bye.